Welcome to the Real Estate Newsroom. I'm your host, Charles Noonan. Today's headlines is about a tenant and a landlord who met face to face. The landlord has on the gray, and she went to approach the tenant for the rent, and the tenant said to take it. And this is what happened. Oh. Clean. And she owes her rent.
And she fighting. She about that life.
Another one.
Ooh.
So
I've been going all summer, running at the number. You ain't gotta wonder how we doing. It's the movement, it's the real estate newsroom with Charles Noonan. Yeah, we booming. You should tune in. It's the real estate newsroom with Charles Noonan.
Stacey, what do you think about that?
It gets heated out here. I think it's a little bit mixy, but it does get heated out here, especially when there's money involved. And it's old school. Come take it out my, you know what, that bill collector, somebody call you, you tell them, pull up. This the address.
You don't tell a bill collector to pull up.
If you get in them old school arguments, you might tell anybody, this where I'm at, come take it out my, you know.
So have you ever had to tell that to someone, or has a tenant ever told that to you?
I've had to tell that to somebody before if they call me popping off at the mouth. Okay, pull up. This is where I'm at. I'm going to be sitting right here waiting for you to do what you're going to do. No tenant has ever had that, but I've had some nightmares with tenants where I wish I could have pulled up on them.
Oh, all right. So we're going to get into it. Today's special guest at the Real Estate Newsroom, we have Stacey Randolph Castillo, Allstate franchise owner, real estate agent, business consultant, mother of 5, grandmother of 2. I'm just going to say the plug in Atlanta.
Okay.
Like, we could just summarize everything that you do and that you are. The plug in Atlanta. So I want you to just introduce yourself to the show's audience.
All right. Well, Charles did a great job, but I am AKA Red Bottoms in Business on Instagram, and I help people through education on insurance and real estate investments learn how to build wealth and maintain a 6-figure salary or 7-figure salary with passive income using insurance. I focus on small minority businesses and minority families. That's my focus point.
Awesome. I love it. Hey, there's one thing we left out.
What is it?
6 Airbnbs.
Yes, I definitely. It's a great passive income. It's semi-passive. You don't have to pull up on nobody, but you might.
No, has anyone ever wrecked your place in an Airbnb?
They've gotten a little jazzy. We just had to run cleaning the carpets down there. That was going on earlier today.
Okay.
Because we have workers a lot of times that stay, so they could be a little bit more messy. And we've had somebody disconnect them smoke detectors so they could smoke in our property.
And what'd you do?
Charged.
A lot?
I charged them like $250, and Airbnb covers it, so I just charge them like an extra cleaning fee.
Okay.
But you can charge up to maybe $1,000 because air cover gets you straight.
I would think, how do they get the smell out?
You just air out the property, get a lot of Febreze, old school. See, the old school people of my generation, you get the little oil from the little gas station, you pour it in the vents. It's a secret.
And that will take out.
It'll dry it up. And then just get some freshener sheets and hide them under the couch. It absorbs.
So give us a summary on that. How do you take weed smoke smell out of an Airbnb?
Get a little bit of that gas station oil and put it in the vents and the aroma. And then like air freshener sheets. You know, like when you put it in your hair, like, you know, the bonnet, you never saw the bonnet trick?
I don't have
Okay,
no
well,
hair.
the girls know the bonnet trick. You take the fabrics off in the sheets and put them in your bonnet, and it absorbs all the smoke out your hair.
All right. Did you smoke as a teen and have to like get that smoke?
I didn't pop my smoking cherry till I was 41. I'm like late to the party, and it doesn't work for me, but
okay,
for the smokers, I think it's
all
good.
right. So look, you told me, you mentioned some old New York stuff. You mentioned you was in the tunnel back then, right?
Back in the day.
And you used to be able to smoke in the clubs, and when women come home from the club, they smell like what?
Weed and Badusi and a whole bunch of other stuff.
I wasn't talking about that. I was not talking about that.
They smell like a whole bunch of stuff from the, but the smoke.
All right, that's what I was mostly referring to.
Weed.
So y'all would put like downy
you get your
fabric
scarf
softener
or
sheet.
the Gain is the best, but you get the fabric softener sheet, put it in under your bonnet, and spin your little, scarf around doobies, because that's how we get doobies,
Okay.
right on 125th.
And that pulls out the smoke.
It absorbs it.
Okay.
Definitely. Fun tip.
Fun fact. Yeah,
Fun
I love
fact.
it. I love it. All right, cool. So, one of the things that you do, and I know you have your Series 6, 63, and 7.
Not 7. 6
Not
and
7.
63.
6 and 63, property and casualty insurance. So you can write insurance for homes and cars,
Correct.
life insurance.
Definitely.
All right,
Mutual funds, variable life.
Okay.
Plethora of products.
Tell me a little bit about that business and why. And is that the bulk of what you write at your agency? What do you write most, and what do you like to write most? And where's your agency located?
Okay, so my agency is located now primarily in Conyers, Georgia. I had 2 agencies in Metro Atlanta, Conyers, and I had one in Brookhaven, but I consolidated them. And my passion is small business. So that is my passion, to write small business owners, because it's top-down marketing, because they're going to have cars, homes, needs for life, key employees, different things. We're getting out of small business a little bit with my agency now, because I'm exclusive, and it's not, they're vegans. They don't like that anymore.
Okay.
But I love life insurance, because my first baby father, we should say, passed away at an early age in a motorcycle accident.
Okay.
So we didn't have life insurance. So at an early age, I realized the importance in our community of having life insurance.
Yeah. It is very important. And life insurance is a policy that I used to say when I used to sell it, that it's a policy that everybody qualifies for.
Correct.
So you don't have to have anything special going on to qualify to have a life insurance policy.
Correct.
Like, everyone should have a policy of some sorts in place.
And especially minority men. Black men. We love you, black men, and you should have a life insurance policy. I had a campaign going on after George Zimmerman stood his ground, and I had shirts printed with Black Friday film producer Rick Mathis, where the hands are up, and it's hands up, I'm insured for $1 million. Because if the police know that they have to pay $250,000, $500,000 for every black man that is hunted down unnecessarily and shot here in the U.S., we wouldn't march anywhere.
And if they knew that they would make a family like millionaires, or have to cash in on that $1 million policy.
Correct.
That might deter. You know what? That's the first concept that I thought of outside of us just being violent back and like us taking things into our own hands. I like that idea, because now but we'd have to wear the shirt every day. But
we would just have to get a national campaign going that is knowledgeable and change the algorithm for the actuaries that calculate insurance, because they can't put it on our premium without proving that they're redlining. So, and it's disingenuous. They arrest young men because that makes you ineligible. But we got a president running, and he has a record. So now you can get your.
This is one impulse buy that I don't regret. I decided to try the Plump Perfect because I wanted a little more volume without getting lip injections. Because I've seen so many go wrong with other women, I can't risk that.
With the Plump Perfect containing natural ingredients such as collagen, how could I go wrong? I saw results as fast as 7 days.
Now there's only 2 reasons why you should try it too. Number 1, and most important, it actually works. And number 2, it's cheaper than lip injections.
Shop BeForeverYounger.com before the Plump Perfect sells out.
You can vote, and you should be able to lobby to get your life insurance.
Man, that's smart. I got to give it up to you. That is intelligent. So cops out there, if they knew that when they shot somebody, it was going to make their get their family like $3 million, they may think twice.
Well, the original mobsters is the insurance company. So if they knew they was going to have to account to the insurance company that owns the policy, we wouldn't march anywhere. The insurance company would stop that.
Right,
They would put
right.
a financial value on your life.
I see what you're saying. I love it. I love it. So, how do you find having these conversations with people with all of the like scams that's going on in the world? Because I just read an article about a couple, about an insurance person who was actually scamming people out of their money. I'll read the headlines to you. Customers should use regulated industries to their advantage and hire career specialists in each area of their lives, said one industry executive. A former insurance agent who posed as a securities broker without the appropriate licenses has become the target of the Maryland Securities Commissioner after he took $100,000 from elderly customers and never returned it to them.
Oh my God. It's a nightmare. I mean, we saw Goldman Sachs, we saw a lot of these things. So you should go with someone that's trusted and tried. Not everybody on the internet is trusted and tried. You can't believe everything people buy followers. This doesn't mean anything. They should be credentialed people, professional. You would not go, if you had a heart problem, you would not go to the man in the corner store to deal with that. You would make sure that it's a cardiologist, that he has credentials. So in insurance, you should do the same thing. Banking and finance, these are the most valuable things that you're dealing with. Your liquidity, your retirement. You have to go with a trusted person.
Okay, cool. So, tell our audience right there, what are 3 things they should look for when seeking a life insurance policy, as far as validating credentials?
Well, you definitely should look the person's licensure up on the SEC, FINRA. The licensure is there. You should vet how long they've been in the business. And you need to vet the rating of the company in which they work for, where your product is going to be, how many years. That you don't want somebody to be representing a company that goes out of business and defunct, and then you cannot, your family doesn't get paid.
Okay.
Right? That's highly important.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate it, because a lot of times it's something that we don't like. Life insurance is something that I feel our community doesn't know about. It's a conversation we're scared to have, and it's something that we're not comfortable talking about. So yeah, I appreciate you sharing that.
Yes, we're not comfortable talking about that at all.
Yeah, it takes a while, but like mortality is real, right? And I think life insurance, outside of property, and I say this a lot, as a parent, real estate is one of the most unselfish things that you can do as a parent. But life insurance is also one of the most unselfish things that you can do as a parent for your children.
And as a parent, building a legacy for your children, this is the also most undervalued concept. We don't want to insure ourselves as parents, and we don't insure our children. So insurability starts at birth.
Yeah.
It doesn't start when you're almost dead, 60. We all have an expiration date. And the kids, we talked about weed. The kids, we don't know what they're going to do when they grow up. We could be great parents and they could get high by the time they're, 20-something. So insuring them younger allows you to get more equity in the policy and grow the value of the policy much better. So we need to purchase insurance, not just on ourselves, but our kids as investment strategies.
Awesome. That makes sense too. So it's obviously less expensive the younger and healthier they are.
Correct.
Yep. All right, so talk about, and just tell me this. Are you familiar with this infinite banking strategy?
I am.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because sometimes it gets a little confusing to me how it works. Could you just share like 3 tips on that? Okay.
Infinite banking is basically combining life insurance concepts, standard life insurance concepts of whole life and universal life, with an old process of passbook loan. So basically you put your money in there, it's projected out not to turn into a MEC or a modified endowment contract. And then you can pull up to 90% of the money in the policy right back out. So for investors or people that have high liquidity, it's very easy to dump your money, let it still make money, right? Because what the policy does is collateralize the death benefit. So it uses your death benefit as collateral against the money you took out, quote unquote, as a loan. So you never have to pay it back. which is a basic insurance concept. However, you're gaining interest still on that money that is not even sitting in there anymore.
Okay.
Because it's collateralized. And you can use these same type of collateral concepts in real estate. And I think I mentioned that somewhere earlier.
I love it. Do you write those policies in your agency now?
And I don't write infinite banking, but I do partner. Collaboration beats competition.
Yeah.
So standard companies that are going to be AAA, like a Allstate, or certain more traditional companies, just like we don't sell Bitcoin, we don't touch that. It's unregulated. We're not going to get on the new kid on the block. But I have business partners and colleagues. As you said, I'm the plug. I know a lot of people, and I collaborate with them. And I can refer you to some very skilled, certified people, because there's levels to this this lifestyle. And you don't, everybody that says they're infinite banking is not certified at infinite banking. You had to go to classes. It's almost about a year process.
Yes, so the Plump Perfect by Be Forever Younger has arrived. So I wanted to try Plump Perfect to get some plump, pouty, luscious lips without the lip injections. Like, I've never been that pressed to go that route, and I've seen the problems other women go through with injections, but a little plump action, I don't mind. Like, my lips are okay, but they can use some work. So the kit was super easy to use. All you had to do was roll the microneedle roller on your lips for about 60 seconds in different directions, and then apply the lip filler to your lips, ensuring to cover the entire surface area of your lips with a smooth and even layer. And then voila, soft, beautiful, luscious lips. And I love that they use all natural ingredients to plump your lips, such as collagen. So get ready to have more hydrated, softer, and volumized lips without the surgery with Be Forever Younger Plump Perfect.
Okay. Understood. I'm just starting to get into it and starting to learn. So it's an area that I'm particularly interested in, because I'm understanding that principle that you put in, you can take the money out, use it, and put it back. But if you put more, you get the benefit of earning interest on the higher amount of what you put in, and you still get to borrow from it.
Right, you're taking a loan. So all insurance concepts like that, universal life, whole life, and the infinite banking. But the infinite banking is now allowing you to take out 90%, because it's collateralizing the 90% that you withdrew off your death benefit. So it's like taking a loan to your death benefit, so you still are accruing daily compounding interest. So you make interest on interest.
Let's really educate here. This is what the podcast is really about, right?
Okay.
So round numbers sake, and these are round numbers we're just making up, but I want people to understand this concept, because it truly is a concept that I feel other cultures and ethnicities use to make money, but we don't.
Correct.
So just help me understand. If I started a whole life insurance policy with $100,000, I'm able to pull out 90% of it.
90,000.
So after how long?
10 days. On infinite banking, it's 10 days. So that's why it's the new kid on the block. It's almost like a passbook loan from the old school concepts.
Okay, and I'm just trying to understand. So now I have 90,000.
Correct.
What's an average death benefit for a 35-year-old male non-smoker of $100,000 life insurance policy?
Now, 100,000 is your drop, so that's the money you put in. So you probably are going to have maybe a couple of million in death benefit, right?
So let's just say 2 million.
2 million in death
We're
benefit.
making these numbers up for the sake of trying to understand the concept.
And you have to have that higher death benefit so you don't mech the policy. You can't. You don't want to overfund the policy, because this is the tricky part for those that pay taxes. If you overfund the policy and it's not structured right, the IRS, just like if you deposit $10,000 in the bank versus $9,999, they get notification. So we don't want to do that. We want to not hide, but we want to go under the radar a little bit, right?
So here's where the infinite banking comes in. I have a $2 million policy.
Death benefit.
Death benefit. I put $100,000 into the policy.
Correct.
I got 90. I did a real estate transaction. I now have an extra $50,000. So I have 140. I'm going to now put the 140,000. Wait, there's a step we're missing. On the $100,000, I'm earning interest on it.
You're still earning it as if it's sitting in there.
How much interest am I earning? Average. You can make it up.
Let's say prime. Let's say 8%. Let's say it's prime or prime plus 2.
Okay. So I'm still earning
$8 to $10%.
Let's say $8. I'm earning $8,000 a year on this $100,000. I now put in $140. I'm earning interest on $140 because I put the 90 back
plus the first
plus
108.
the 40. So I'm putting the 90 back and the 40 that I made.
But it already still thinks you left that first money in there. So
Okay.
you're really reeing
So
up
now I'm
several
getting
times.
interest on 240,
Correct.
$240,000.
Because you're getting more interest. Correct. Because it thinks that first money was
at
there.
8%.
Correct.
Let me just do some quick math right here. Right? I'm just going to do some quick math. Guys, this is important. 240,000 times 8%. $19,200 is now what I'm getting in interest. When really I only put in 140.
Right. And that's based on the concept that you replace it. So it depends on the goals of the purchaser. And it also, this is where especially in getting a specialist that knows what they're talking about is because we have to have raw conversations about this. So we got to get all up in your finances to see what your real plans are. Some people just want to pull their money back out and use it and don't think about putting it back. So if that's your goal, we have to raise that death benefit to $4 million. Because if you're going to keep coming in and out and keep coming in and out, then I have to base the coverage off of what is the maximum you're going to do in a year.
Okay.
So you got to just be
So they
visionary.
limit it a little bit.
Well, you don't want it to report to the IRS because now they're all in your finances. Now they see where you're pulling and what you're putting.
Infinite, but I can't just keep taking money and put money in and out like that.
You can, but you want to set it up in the initial onset of the policy on how you want to go. So you want to be honest about your goals and your dreams or your vision.
Okay.
So I want you to tell me the highest way you want to go, and I'm going to project the policy based on whatever your max goal was and your concept, and then we can always dumb down from there. But you can't go up.
You want to back into it, so
Correct.
to speak. So if I say I want to make $500,000 this year, the specialist will structure that out on how I could do it.
Correct.
And you got people that do it.
Correct.
All right. I love it. I love it. I
And
know
there's one more caveat that people doing with infinite banking that is not recognized. People, like if you're dropping 100 in there, people are using it to pay off all their debt because you can structure the policy that way, and it disperses payments to pay off all your debt over a certain time frame, pay off your mortgage. There's a whole budgeting piece to it. You can also use it to utilize for those who have that discretionary income and they want to say, I want to do almost annuitizing it. I want to have a $5,000 a month income and put myself on a draw. People use it for that as well. So it really just is a real conversation.
For the audience, annuitize means to purchase an annuity.
Okay. Immediate pay or in the future, right?
Okay. Yes. And that goes based off of the mortality rate.
Correct.
All right, cool.
And
I know
health.
those,
And your health.
I got my life accident and health
All
insurance license as well. All right, awesome. I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that. So now let me ask you, without digging too much into your personal business, right?
Okay.
Because I know you do well. We talk off camera.
All right.
Right? We just going to leave that right there.
Okay.
Do you participate in that, in infinite banking yourself?
Yes, because I believe a diversified portfolio.
Okay.
So yes.
What else do you... So just educate. Because sometimes we get money, we don't know what to do with it.
Okay.
So you just get hit with $100,000 from wherever, family member, whatever, right?
Okay.
Talk to me about diversifying an investment portfolio in your eyes. There's no right or wrong. Some people can say, "Oh, I'm just going straight infinite banking." Some people say, "I'm gonna buy a building that's going to pay me $4,000 a month, cash out, I'm straight," right? Some will put it in the stock market. Some will buy a business. So just in your just your opinion, no right or wrong answer. You get $100,000. Talk to me about what that looks like for you, Stacey. Like, how would you diversify that?
So if I got $100,000, or I've had $100,000 cash just for me on my portfolio, I probably would divide that in 4 quarters and diversify in different avenues. So So 25 of it I may put in real estate, acquiring some properties, which I did, and I started the Airbnbs because right now those are just residual income, and I purchased in an area like you're going. We'll talk about Birmingham, that has high cap rates. So you want your cap rate to be high as far as what's the return on the investment in that area. Buy low and make high profit. Right?
Got it.
So that's the key to that. Low expenses, high profit. I would probably take another 25 and put it in something more steady. Infinite banking is the new kid on the block. It could be volatile. It doesn't have a just like the what are the vaccines. We didn't know what was going on. That's new, right? So this a new kid on the block. It's not tried and true over 70 years.
So it's not something that other ethnicities have been doing for years and years and
No,
years.
nobody has been doing it for years and years. They've been doing other products and doing them in that way, but no product has necessarily come on the market giving you that 90% withdrawal. So I would take 25 and put it there. 25, me, I'm old school, so I'm going to go with something like a mutual fund, right?
Okay.
And I like cap growth. And that's what I invest in. Cap growth is about 10 to 12%, right? But it's slow and steady. And it's balanced. So I don't have to manage it myself.
Yeah.
I let the fund manage it. But I do emerging markets like pharmaceutical blowing up. So you might get up to 15%. And technology, AI, blowing up.
Yes. Does that come with downside protection?
It does, because it's a lot guaranteed. Because you can't go all the way up and upside, but you can't go all the way low. It's
So downside
Versus
protection means like the potential is limited as well as the potential gain is limited as well as the potential loss. The potential loss, you can't go less than 8%.
correct.
The potential gain is the flip side. You can't go higher than 15%.
Correct.
All right, so mutual funds with that. And do you have access to your money in those, or is there penalties if you try to take them out?
Mutual funds, you're going to have much better access to it. You can go in there and get your money anytime. But I also try to tell people, when you get to a certain level in life and you start investments, you want to start investments like these things. To me, more my plan is to set it and forget it. As I'm getting closer to retirement age, I wanted to keep growing. I also then purchased, let's say, the other 25. I got grandkids, younger kids in the family. I purchased mutual funds on them because you could drop $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, and the projection by the time they turn 50, they should have 1.2, 1.3, 1.6 million. But I own it, so I can still go back. It's never what you control. It's never what you own. It's what you control. So I really own it, even though it's their policies. So I control that money as a backdoor if I ever needed it. But if not, they'll be rich when I'm gone.
Damn, I love it. Stacey Randolph Castillo. We ain't know we was going to talk about none of this, right?
No.
Now,
Totally not in our conversation.
So with this kind of money, right, obviously you do well. What do you do with your money, with your discretionary funds? Like, what are some of your hobbies?
I am a travelista, and I love going to the international terminal and leaving. And that's my next pursuit. I want to get into global investments, and I'm trying to learn more about foreign money. And I would like to get my dual citizenship and be in Africa. So I'm exploring my expat options, and that's my passion.
Do you solo travel?
I do. I'm a big girl. Got my big girl panties on now, and I figured it out. I was nervous at first.
Got your big girl panties on.
I was nervous at first.
Okay.
You know, but I popped my cherry and I'm outside. I'm going to the airport.
All right, and you enjoying it, living it out.
Love it.
Now, how many solo travel trips have you gone on so far?
Maybe only 5 thus far. Over
That's
the past
not a
year.
lot. That's not a low amount.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Did you watch the episode where we had the passport abuser?
I watched the episode where the girl was traveling for free, and
That's
I got
her.
some tips
Yeah.
from her. And
You
I
tried
went
them
on there
yet?
because I went on the Delta shop and I ordered like my Sephora stuff,
Come
my
on.
one
You
size.
got your points and all that?
and then I looked on there. I've got green fresh at the house. I need to give them away because I'm not cooking those meals. Like I had the kids cook them.
Yeah.
But it gave you like 3,500 points, and
Yes,
so
I
I'm racking
love
up
it.
my points.
So you're getting, that's the purpose of the podcast, to share information like that, because there's so many things that we don't know. So I bring people on that do extremely well in their industries, and I ask them to share a little bit about what they do and how they do it, so that we all can kind of like take advantage of some of the things that are out there.
It was great information.
So I love it. Now, you talk about emerging markets. You do not have to go all the way to Africa to invest in an emerging market.
No, you don't. But I would just like dual citizenship. After COVID, I'm like, I like here, but I want to,
No, in another place.
I want to see what another place is like too.
I hear. I like it. I like it. So, are you familiar with everything that's going on in Birmingham?
I am. I've been to Birmingham before.
Really?
And looked at with some other investors, not for myself. And so when I saw that you were going there, I purchased my ticket already, people. So I've already purchased my ticket for Birmingham.
I love it. Thank you.
And I like what's going on in Birmingham. I like the concept of what you're doing, of bringing 500 people, right?
Yeah.
To try to buy properties together. Why? Because collaboration beats competition. And when and if Birmingham lets us sell, even if 25% of those people are ready to sell in the next 4 years, it's going to be a big payday because they're going to run the market in the comps.
Yes, I don't want them to sell though. But hey,
Okay.
we got some headlines on Birmingham. I want us to own it. A lot of the land is vacant. A lot of the land is with the city.
Okay.
Others are starting to come in, and we'll talk about the next headlines for that too.
Okay.
But and we call that like our local news. I want us to 500 people to actually own it, buy it. We're all planning to do blue doors on the
that's
properties
cute.
that we buy.
No, I do a red door thing, so that's my thing too. Okay.
All right, cool. So like just that solidarity and the history behind all of us doing blue doors. Like just imagine 500 houses in one city that all have blue doors.
Is there there's a history about a red door. So in the Civil War, in the red door, when your door was painted red, that means you owned your house free and clear.
Okay.
Now I've never researched blue doors, but I will.
Blue just has we're making the definition of blue.
Okay.
Blue,
So what does this
blue
stand?
is gonna represent a group in 2025 that got together with the concepts of rebuilding a city, bringing its original culture back. And blue symbolizes certain meanings like peace, prosperity, unity, love, and culture.
Okay.
So that's the purpose behind those that build through the conference. It's February 21st to the 22nd in Birmingham, Alabama. It's called Let's Build Birmingham.
Okay.
And that's the concept behind the whole thing.
I like it. I love it.
Awesome. But let me tell you, because I'm going to try to get you out of Africa, right? I'm going to try to get and that 25% that you put for Africa, I'm going to try to get 10% in Birmingham. Here's an article a very recent article too. This article talks about Birmingham business to address manufacturing shortage with 1.75 million in funding rounds. So what they're doing, they're bringing manufacturing because it has a manufacturing history. Okay. They're now bringing this is the rebirth of Birmingham. It is going to be the hottest.
Like the Detroit of the South.
No, the Atlanta.
The Atlanta.
It's another Atlanta.
Okay.
It's going to be another Atlanta.
Not First 48.
No.
Okay.
No. So listen. A Birmingham-based ed tech company recently closed a funding round of $1.75 million and is using it to help prepare refugees for the workforce. So they're bringing the workforce back. They're bringing the manufacturers back. Birmingham is going to be like the next booming location. Tech is coming to Birmingham. The federal government has given money to Birmingham to jumpstart development. There's already an amphitheater there. There's tons of redevelopments there already.
It is.
The schools are starting to turn into different uses now, like the schools that are vacant.
Okay.
They're starting to turn those as well. So Birmingham is going to be completely on fire.
Okay.
I said Atlanta because just to paint the picture in people's minds, but insight tells me, right? So I'm in with I have meetings with I've had a meeting with the governor,
Okay.
the senator,
Balling. All right.
the mayor, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna just spill the beans.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you what Birmingham's really gonna be like.
What it's going to be like?
Birmingham is gonna be like the next New York City.
I thought you such a New York boy. I knew he was gonna say that. Okay.
But it's not. I'm not making this up. I'm not making this up.
All
So
right.
yes, it's a city. I love it. Right. I'm just checking time. I'm not making this up. It is going to be the next New York City. The developers, the same developers that have started to develop in New York City when it was this bad, right? The Bronx was burning. You didn't want no parts of Brooklyn. Queens was like in shambles, right? Those same developers, this is like the third generation of those developers. They're coming to Birmingham and they're bringing that concept. So in a lot of articles, New York City has the most expensive zip codes in the world, the most expensive boroughs in the world, the most expensive high rises, the most expensive brownstones in the world.
Correct.
So I say that to say, wow, and I'm just bringing this stuff up because you educated, so I'm just want to educate our audience a little further. This next article talks about, and I'll let you read it, $1 Million Monday.
$1 Million Monday.
$1 Million Monday. This is October 27th.
And inside.
This is
look.
yesterday.
All right.
Right?
So what he just said, an inside look at New York style brownstones in Highland Park, Alabama.
That's Birmingham. So look, this is from the Birmingham Business Journal. All right, and let me just read this one little article. A long-anticipated residential real estate project is wrapping up in the south side of Birmingham. Brownstones are for sale in the historic neighborhood of Highland Park, hitting the market at $1.452 million each. Okay. 4 brownstones are for sale in the Maiden Heights community, listed by, I'm not going to say the broker who listed it because they not sponsors of ours,
Okay.
right? So do you believe me now when I said it's getting a little New Yorkish? It's the next New York City?
I do. It's been coming up. Like I told you, but I believe you.
They are developing Birmingham. The city of Birmingham is being developed to model a combination of what's happened in Atlanta, where like downtown, how it's just like popping, vibrant, the structure, and then New York City, how New York City got turned around over like a 10-year span.
Okay.
Right? How it got gentrified to brownstones being $300,000 and $200,000. Now they're $3 and $4 million. This article supports the fact that Birmingham is next.
So are you going to be building brownstones or single families, duplexes? What are you trying to build?
I'm not up to brownstones yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Container homes?
No. I build regular three bedroom, 2 family homes, and I built 4 so far. The most recent one, I got it down to a science where I built it in 65 days. So I just have I've really been working a lot there, and it's become a passion of mine to be a part of this gentrification, I would say, for lack of a better term, of Birmingham. But I want to lead it, and I want us to gentrify it. Mm-hmm. So as they build 4, I want us to go build 4.
Okay.
Right? When they build, I want us to double it. I want us to build 8. I want us to build 12. So Let's Build Birmingham is going to be like a historic event where we actually kind of take control and play a role in the gentrification of a city that we can call our own.
Which was our city in the beginning.
That's right. That's why we're in there right now. That's why I'm saying hey, let's go. We have to go. We got to be there.
All right.
All right. So what made you get your ticket?
Get my ticket. Well, coming on the podcast, I like to support, but I'm very familiar. I literally just was in Birmingham looking at apartment building purchase.
Okay.
And it's called South Side or the South area,
Yep,
which is right outside. When I was there years ago, we went to Norwood. Norwood and Highland Park are right there. They're surrounded. And
Nice.
Norwood is already all the way up.
Yep.
So I looked at the South Side, and this a lot of dilapidated apartment buildings.
Yeah.
So when I saw you were doing something in Birmingham, that's kind of in my hood, a little bit outside Atlanta. I can come down there.
People don't know this. It's only 2.5 hours
Yes,
away.
2 hours.
2 hour drive from Atlanta. Yeah. Birmingham is just a 2 hour drive from Atlanta.
Yeah.
All right, so you was like, let me see what this is about.
Yeah, I said I'm already going down there, so I have met with the councilman down there for urban economic development before.
Yes.
So yeah, I think Birmingham is a good thing, and what I'm doing in Macon with the Airbnbs is a similar concept in Atlanta.
Okay.
Because you got to go outside, and
Yep.
Macon is an hour and a half from Metro Atlanta, so Birmingham is just the same type of distance.
Have you purchased property from the Macon County Land Bank?
I haven't purchased from the Macon County Land Bank, but they have what's called Newtown Macon.
Yeah.
But they are trying to use, so I had to update my address, my license address, but they're trying to utilize people from the community.
Yep.
So I am Kendall Courtman, a couple of people there, Seth with the mayor's office. So I have the blight list.
Okay.
I have like 48 pages of everything blighted.
Okay.
The demolishing list for Macon. So I like that area because the cap rate's high.
Yeah. Awesome. I love it. I love it. So here, guys, you can Google this, Macon Bibb County Land Bank. It's not going to interfere with what you do.
No, go in there. Macon Kendall
No.
Courtman is your guy. Macon County Bibb Land Bank,
Yes.
and they have it. Mhm.
And you guys can buy properties. They do auctions once a month, but there are 2 or 3 other auctions. And here's the really
They
good
do
thing.
3 auctions total every month. Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. Mhm.
Here's the good thing about that land bank, right? Here's the good thing about that land bank. That's the one place or one of the places in Atlanta or in Georgia that you can go buy properties like that. Because Georgia is a redeemable deed state. So all the tax lien properties, and the tax deeds that get purchased, you actually have to wait 365 days until you actually can take action on the property.
Correct.
Can take ownership. And then you're still not in the clear. You still have to do quiet title and clear the title.
Correct.
So you might be looking at going to the Macon County Land Bank and getting a property, let's just say 30 days, right? Free and clear, it's yours, especially if you get it from the land bank because they quiet the title.
Correct.
Versus waiting in the rest of the state a year and maybe like 3 or 4 months
Before you can do anything with the property, really.
before you can do anything.
Right. And then build out time, as you said, 60 something
Mm-hmm.
days. And then, but yeah, I like that area. And they're building
Awesome.
that area because the logistics, they're building a rail from there to Savannah.
Yep.
And then they're going to build it back to Atlanta. So that's going to take a lot of people out of Metro Atlanta to come down there in that price point. Right.
Macon might be next.
I think Macon is a good place. And I like, now I have working on a deal with one of my properties, transferring paper for paper. So they're printing paper at the Federal Reserve, and a deed is nothing but a piece of paper. You can sell your deeds if you own the properties outright to banks. A lot of West Coast banks, you sell the mortgage.
Yeah.
So I do owner financing. So I get money down, get them on paper for prime interest rate or prime +2, or I give them a discount, 6%. They stay in there for 2 months, then I take their deed and sell it to another bank, just like Wells Fargo sells your mortgage.
Yes, I have over 100 properties on seller finance.
It's the best thing
I don't
ever.
Yeah.
You've never sold a mortgage to somebody?
No, I don't, because I like that's my reach.
Okay.
That's my bandwidth. That's like in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
So yeah, I do have a website where we sell land to people, and if they want to sell a finance, we allow it.
Okay.
I sometimes allow people to trade properties up. Like if they want something bigger or better,
Okay.
I allow them to trade. It's almost like
It's your passion, your fun.
yeah. But then I get to call on all these investors if we ever needed to leverage like a huge project like what we're doing in Birmingham. I have them within my reach.
It's a good thing. It's a good building relationships.
I have the relationship now. Sometimes they might be a little late. I let them slide. Sometimes they're a little late. I get 15-day grace period on the late fee.
Okay.
So I try to do it in a way that helps us and gives us. I do it in a way that.
You do it in a trading favors way.
Yes, because I understand our people.
Okay.
Right. So it's by me for us, and with like the understanding to make it friendly. It's structured friendly for our people.
Right. And if your back is ever against the wall, just sell the paper.
I never thought about that. But it's a huge way to collect passive income.
Correct.
Especially, so guys, so we're going to teach a little bit and then we almost got to get out of here.
All right.
Right, so here we go. Land banks you can buy land, right? You buy a ton of land from land banks. You can buy them from over-the-counter sites, in-person auctions, or just regular land bank auctions, or from the city.
Correct.
You build a website where you sell land, right? You sell or finance it through a site called Pay Then. So you do your contracts and everything, but Pay Then, Paythen, structures out the collections for you.
Okay.
So it collects the money, it bills them monthly, it sends them reminders. Your bill's due 10 days, your bill's due 5 days, your bill's due 3, your bill's due. They hit the card. If not, you're 3 days late, you're 4 days late, you're 8, you're about to get hit with such and such, right? So Pay Then is the site that I actually use to collect all my payments from.
So you're buying the land and then reselling the land. You're buying the land bank and reselling it on your site.
And I'm
financing it.
5Xing it minimum.
Very smart idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
People don't know where to go. The information that we have, people go. What are the top 3 places people go to buy real estate?
Realtor.com, Google, Zillow, and Redfin. Probably.
Realtor.com. Trulia. All the retail places. No one really thinks of going like wholesale or where these properties are actually being purchased from. So the builders actually buy the land, build for $200,000, throw it on Zillow $500,000.
Correct.
Give it to a realtor, right? And they are making a killing.
They are killing it. And that's my next piece. I want to go into development. So
that's what Let's Build Birmingham is all about. I'm bringing people to the place where they can buy the land and teaching how to develop. So at the conference, you're going to learn development, ground up. I'm going to have a booklet of everything that you're going to need. The concept is for people to come in on Friday, meet, network, get to know everybody. I'm putting everybody in one room. Realtors, contractors, developers, builders, quiet title attorneys, trust attorney will be there. She's speaking. The lender is going to be there. So we actually have a lender that caters to African American new builders with no experience.
Love it.
So the lender is actually going to be able to lend. So now, without having all the experience we needed, we'll be able to get into development.
Okay. And that's it's not hard money? It's traditional?
No, it's not hard money.
Okay.
No, it's traditional new construction money, ground up development money.
Do they do other states? I'm looking at Houston. I want to build some
other
duplexes.
states. You the plug, but
I'll be in Houston. I have girlfriends that are building in Houston really big.
Awesome. All right, so who you bringing to Let's Build Birmingham?
My collaboration team or some of my plugs. So the Infinite Banking certified Infinite Banking consultant will be there, Dr. Cheryl.
Okay.
And
is she in Birmingham?
No, she's in Atlanta.
Okay.
So I may invite my girlfriend Tina that's in Houston. We're collabing on buying some land down there in Houston. Okay. So we'll talk off script about that and doing duplexes. So that's why I asked you what you're trying to build in Birmingham. And then we'll see whoever wants to come. Anyone who is a team of people that ready to get to the money.
Ready to get to the money. All right, I feel like I don't be showing all my Birmingham articles. I don't be showing all the stuff that I got like for Birmingham. This is for like the elite. This is for the people that want to. I never showed that Brownstone article.
I feel special.
Yeah, I never showed that. I don't really. Well, it actually came out yesterday, but there's a lot that I have where people will go absolutely crazy. But it's for like-minded individuals.
You got to be like-minded.
Gotta be like-minded. You gotta be like with the program. I don't want people coming and flipping. It ain't Let's Flip Birmingham.
Okay.
Because all we doing is getting it nice and pretty and ready, and then they gonna buy it and hold, and then they gonna.
No, you gotta hold it a little while. You gotta hold it sometime. But
run
I know
your
you
Airbnb. Run your group home.
It's more than just Airbnb. You can do Furnish Finder. We're on Expedia now. There's a lot of apps. Airbnb's on Expedia now.
Oh, there you go. So we don't have
Furnish
to sell.
Finder for the nurses and doctors.
What's the most? I don't want to get too personal. What's the most people that you've heard people have made from an Airbnb in 1 month?
Well, Atlanta, when we were in Atlanta, the Airbnbs, I think we made 1 month maybe 7,200, but that wasn't like a holiday.
I've heard size property?
That was just a 2-bedroom apartment that I rented and re-rented.
A 2-bedroom apartment you rented and re-rented for 7,200. So now we got this 3-bedroom house, 2 bathrooms, open floor plan, tile all the way to the ceiling in the bathroom, beautiful black backsplash. We don't have to sell our properties no more. We can hold them and make.
You're gonna make in making, just as an example, I'm averaging between 2,200 and 2,500 a month on those properties, and I own them outright.
I love it.
So that's higher than the rent in that area.
I love it.
And it's upkeeping with rents in Atlanta, and it's in the country.
All right. Do you teach this?
I do.
Because I just built the house right now. Like I just got the CFO yesterday, certificate of occupancy yesterday. So news flash, Charles Noonan got the certificate of occupancy on the house that I built in front of everybody on the internet, on Instagram.
And then I like to sell my Airbnbs after I keep them for a few years. I call it Airbnb in a box. Because an investor would like to buy that from me. I leave all the furniture in it. I like staging and decorating, girly stuff. You know,
yeah.
I think that's putting the little, I get on Amazon and be ordering the cheapest little stuff, and it looks so cute.
I'm going to need your help. Would you recommend, so my builder does Airbnb in Birmingham with their properties. They don't sell them.
Okay.
With the ones they build. So they build and they do Airbnb. Would you recommend I do that?
If it's higher than rent, I would definitely try it out.
Okay.
And Furnish Finders is a site that's like Airbnb, but it's generally for doctors. So if it's near the Birmingham hospital, they're going to want to come down. These people that are building all this investment, that means they're going to travel to this area. Yeah. They're going to have conference in there. They're going to want to stay at someplace decent. So making the lines clean as possible and things like that, you can get your money on Airbnb because people are traveling there.
I love it. How do people find you? Because you have a wealth of information. I see why you are the plug for real.
Well, right now, just follow me on Instagram at Red Bottoms in Business. And it's all spelled out. I'm old school. I'm not abbreviating. Red Bottoms in Business. And I have some financial planners coming out for next year for us, like 1099 self-employed people, to kind of help them with their budgeting. Because when I consult people, that's like the biggest thing, especially if they're in a cash business, like the barbershops and stuff like that. They don't know they can't manage their daily money.
Yeah.
But Red Bottoms in Business.
Okay.
And it's the blood, sweat, and tears that connects us all in business. That's what it stands for.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So look, Stacey Randolph Castillo, thank you so much for coming by and sharing all the information that you shared. I feel like you gave us like 3 master classes. And all we got to do is follow you on Instagram.
Follow me, message me. I'm business consultant, of course, insurance products, your PNC products, life in Georgia, real estate agent in Georgia, and I'm the plug. I got tax people for the BOI reporting. That's like a big thing going on.
Okay.
Because if not, you're going to get a fine.
Yes.
You know?
Got it. So let me list these, and then you tell me if I left anything out.
All right.
Auto insurance. You do?
Yes.
Homeowners insurance.
We got you.
Renters insurance.
Definitely we got you.
Airbnb insurance? Or is that separate or no? The Airbnb does.
It's landlord insurance, and then, of course, you're running it out. So
landlord insurance.
It's called landlord insurance.
Okay.
And Airbnb has air cover, so it also adds an extra layer of protection.
Business insurance.
Business insurance.
Business owners insurance, BOI.
Correct.
Okay.
BOP, Bob.
Right. Business owners insurance. What else?
Jewelry coverage, big thing. We got Rolexes now. We came up as a people.
Yeah.
You got to cover your jewelry. And it gives you the
personal articles.
But that jewelry is very, in our community, you know, everybody flossing.
Yeah.
Then they chain missing. And it has the I lost it coverage is included in jewelry coverage.
Oh, all right. Okay. Airbnb consultant, I'm going to say.
Definitely.
All right, cool. I'm going to consult with you because I need help, like, building out. Somebody told me Rooms to Go does 100% financing for, like, a couple of years. 2 years or something.
They may, but I'm not saying rooms to go is pricey, but they like literally you can stage an Airbnb off of the Amazon. It's just certain things you're gonna have to have. And Ross, TJ Maxx, go in there, pick up the list, and it's
My
easy.
houses be plain and like they be like regular, so I need help.
Well,
designing.
minimalist is good. You don't want overcrowding, but this is what I do with my Airbnbs because I'm not bougie, but I don't know, bad and bougie.
It has to be done to get rented out. Me, I'm a male. I be thinking like a couch, a TV, stainless steel appliances, and I'm out of there. You might do something and be like pictures,
just a
little
couple simple
stuff
pictures.
that goes on the living room, the dining room table.
Keurig. I clean
runners,
out my
all
spices
of
in
that.
my house that are extra. You can ask somebody because we all got extra condiments, and I leave that in there. They love that because then it's like already staged with some food. I leave waters, thank you notes, Uber gift card.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. Maybe I could hire you to decorate for
Okay,
me.
sounds
please.
good. If it's not making money, it's not making sense. But yes, you can hire me. I would love to do it.
Oh, I'm gonna pay. No, I'm
Yeah,
gonna pay you for
definitely.
it.
I would love
All right,
it.
I gotta just consult with the team and make sure that that's what.
And
they wanna
extra
do.
towels. Like you're not calling the front desk in a hotel. So things that piss me off in a
There's a
hotel,
bunch
you
of towels.
think about that in your Airbnb. So if you say it's 6 people that can be there, try to make sure the 6 people can have 2 towels a person because they can't call the front desk. These little things get me 5-star rating and Superhost because it's personable.
Yeah.
The automation, wishing the people safe travels to their next destination. These are little things.
That
You set it up.
doesn't sound passive to me.
It's semi-passive. So that one's semi-passive, but Airbnb has come up where you can set check-in, check-out instructions. So you can you type it one time and then you can copy easy.
What's the name of the service that manages your Airbnb for you?
Right now, because I only have 5, I'm the service. So I've been doing it because it's not a lot. But they do have tweet decks for Airbnb. I just haven't gotten to that level where I feel like I like talking to them and then why you gonna pay somebody you keep all your money?
You want to manage another one?
We'll talk.
Look, I'll let you stay in it whenever you come. Whenever you come.
Oh,
to
now that
Birmingham.
might. But Queens this is far.
No, I'm talking about in Birmingham. My house.
Oh, in Birmingham, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. The team told me I can't sell it.
Okay.
They're like, Charles, like the mission is not about. It's bigger than money. It's bigger than 60, 70, 80,000.
So I'll look up the rates. You said 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Here's the address: 2867 41st Court North, Birmingham, Alabama.
He giving out the address.
Look, like it's ours. It's the communities. I wanted to build that particular house just to show our people how easy it is, because we don't know. In New York, when they build, they put up all these big walls, big plywood. They put them over 7 feet, so the people in the community we can't see what's going on. We only see when they take them down and they put the for sale sign up.
And Ring camera is important
I got my Ring cameras.
because you got to be able to see what's going on.
I
The
got
motion
my
light
Ring
security. You
cameras,
got to
yes.
be right. Okay.
I'm connected. Like,
right.
well, I have to have that from the very beginning. Oh, and we got our grass growing already too.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes, I got Ring cameras in the front, the back, and the side.
Correct. Okay. So
Okay.
that's good. And you can hear the people.
Yeah, I
You
turned
got a
this on
country
snooze
porch
for a
on there.
little
I'm
bit.
sorry. You have a country porch on there. I have
It's
a
the
swing
country.
on one of my porches. I
swing?
like that. And they love it. They go out there and you can see them smoking cigarettes and talking cash money about whoever.
Sound like a little bit of a liability to me. As insurance licensed agents, we think insurance first.
Yeah,
think
we might. But you have to
liability
get a
first.
good contract. Then they right, get anything. A bed could fall. I mean, you never know what's going on there.
People be on vacation at Airbnbs, drinking, smoking, wilding, having fun.
Yeah.
Somebody slip out that swing trying to do something.
and I put a grill in the back of some of them and picnic and you just
Smart.
try to make
I
it
like
home.
it.
And the best thing I tell you is once you set your Airbnb up or get it, you think it's set up, spend the night or a weekend in your own
see how it is.
Airbnb. Cook in it, shower in it, sleep in it.
Yeah.
Because then you'll think of things.
Right, like getting out of bed, if it's cold, I might want a little a rug on the bottom, and I wouldn't think about that
If you didn't stay
if I
there.
wasn't thinking of how do I like to wake up. Either
Right.
like
So when you
heated
get
floors,
it, yeah.
a throw rug, or whatever you call
You
it.
got heated floors in Birmingham?
in New York.
Oh, okay, I'm on the blend.
I got heated
I love the heated floors.
I got towel warmers in New York.
Did you do the toilet? I want to buy this, but it's probably so expensive. When I went to Singapore, they had the toilet that like opened up for you when you came in. The lights came on. It cleans itself. I was like, this is nice.
This is not about Charles Newton's brownstone.
Don't put that in the Airbnb. But the heated floors is definitely, it's cold. It's cold
in New York. Yeah, it would be cold,
cold.
And the towel warmers too. Like when I redid the house, I had to have towel warmers because when you get out the shower or whatever, a nice warm towel. It
but
does
have you
something
ever had
for
the
you.
heated toilet? Like that is so. Your next venture, put one. That thing was so. I mean, just imagine.
So look, if you do a brownstone in Birmingham for $1.4 million, that's what they're selling for. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you they could have like marble tile, marble backsplash, floor to ceiling tile in the bathroom, heated towel rack, towel warmers for less than like $700,000 from a builder's perspective, right?
Right.
They're selling them for $1.4 million. I have the lender that will lend you the money to do it. If you want to build a brownstone, you sound like you got everything you need. You sound like you know how to deck it out high end that people are going to pay that price.
I would with travertine in mind, but go ahead.
The comps are already there.
All right.
Because they're selling 4 of them right now for 1.4.
I'm going to talk to you. I'm definitely going to talk to your lender.
Talk to my lender. I got a builder for you too. His name is Manny.
Okay. Hey, Manny. Where's he from?
I'm going to give you his number
Manny.
right now. Because you the plug, let me give you Manny's phone number.
Where's he?
205. He builds in Birmingham.
Oh, I got some build. Okay, go ahead.
He builds in Birmingham. He's a licensed, insured builder.
Okay.
From New York though.
Okay.
So he knows brownstones. He got like the New York swag. He's gonna put that in Birmingham. 205-994-6594. Manny the builder will build your brownstone
Manny
for
the builder sounds super sexy. I just want to tell you, Manny.
If tell him right there in that camera.
Manny, I'm gonna call you.
All right.
Stacey Redbottom.
All right, cool. Let's Stacey, thank you so much. I really enjoyed your time here. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you sharing so much. Right? I really do. It's not often. You have to be at a certain level in life to start to give back.
Correct.
You have to have way more than enough to start to just like throwing game out there like that and information like you did. So thank you so much for coming. That ends this session of the Real Estate Newsroom with Charles Noonan and Stacey Randolph Castillo.
2 snaps.
Thank you.